Sorry if we only have time
Hey,
for
Mom.
a couple of questions.
Hi friends, welcome back to another exciting episode of Fastcuts. Today we are going to see a wonderful space movie. The name of the movie is The Space Between Us, directed by Peter Cheslam and was released in 2017. Let's travel through the amazing story of this sci-fi movie.
The movie is presented as a romantic space drama. Science fiction movies are mostly predictions of our future. Mobile phones and space travel were once science fiction, but now, they are very common. This movie is science fiction movie set in a plot of Mars, life of humans. Popular actors like Gary Oldman, Asa Butterfield in lead roles. Movie starts with a speech of Gary Oldman. His character name is Nathaniel. His speech was about how we humans are exploiting Earth. He shared the concern that how long can we use the limited resources of our Earth. He told that it is time for us to look into other planets. After a short pause of suspense, he revealed the prestigious space travelers behind a glass room. They are travelers to Mars. A place in Mars called East Texas is ready for them. It is an experimental colony for humans in the Mars. The research and travel to Mars will open new opportunities for humanity. Now it is the turn of the media. They started asking questions to astronauts. First one asked them that, why are you wasting 4 years of life in Mars? Sarah, the smart astronaut, replies that they are happy to become the first Martians. Another journalist asked whether they are afraid in this mission. Sarah told that they are actually afraid. But those who are afraid is not written history, only those who came out of fear did something. It's now over. The gates displaying the rockets which are ready to launch to Mars are shown to the public. The next day morning, astronauts are in the spacecraft ready to get launched. Since the mission is lengthy and risky, it is difficult to carry all the equipments and manpower to outer space in a single go. The heavier the rocket, lower the success rate. So they sent the astronauts and equipments to space in multiple trips. They have assembled all the things in the space station. After assembling all the parts, they have started their journey towards Mars. But on the way, Sarah shows signs of illness. She vomited several times during the journey. The scene now cuts to control station in Earth. Nathaniel runs into the station. His colleagues looks worried. They showed him a live feed to ultrasonic picture of child in Sarah's womb. Everybody is tensed. It is quite risky to get pregnant in outer space. They plan to make delivery in Mars. Because, the delivery while entering Earth's atmosphere may kill the baby and mother. Since the Mars have a much lesser gravitation, the chance of successful delivery is more there. But Nathaniel was upset. He wanted to go to Mars to spectate the delivery himself. But management decided to make the news as a secret since public may raise concerns. This will also affect the funding of the firm. They were also concerned about the health condition for Nathaniel as an astronaut. So he left the facility in anger. He tried to drive a space shuttle, but failed. He understood that he could never be an astronaut again. The shuttle has reached Mars after a few months. Sarah's delivery date got near. She can hardly walk. The crew somehow manages to take her to the lab in Mars. Her pain has started. The doctor tried hard to save both lives of mother and child. But conditions in Mars were suitable for humans, especially for a complex procedure like child delivery. Doctors somehow managed to bring the child to world. But they were not able to Sarah. She passed away from complications from delivery. Company decided to raise child in Mars, as it was not safe and feasible to bring the child back to Earth. The next shot is after 16 years. The child has grown to a young teenager. His name is Elliot. He has spent his whole life in Mars. The labs and research facility is his playground and home. A robot has came to his room. He asked it to provide the route from his room to storage facility through ventilation. The robot hesitates to give the info. He suddenly catches the robot and took out its head and connected to his computer. He has extracted the necessary data he required for him. He is a genius who is way more intelligent than his age. He then received a call from Kendra, who is in charge of him at the facility. She is like a second mom to him. She asked that why he is not in the lab. He suddenly wears a lab dress and runs to lab. He sneaked into the lab and acted like he was there for a long time. But Kendra understood his mischief. She told him to continue his research after turning on the microscope in a sarcastic manner. This scene shows the bond between Elliot and Kendra. After the lab, he went back to the room. Then he switched on his laptop. He have a secret online girlfriend. But she is on another planet. He decided to not scare her. So he told that he is in a hotel room in somewhere in America. He told he have a rare medical condition, so that he cannot go out of his room. Whenever she asks to meet him, he would say the same excuse of medical condition all the time. She told that, if he want to meet her, he have to do it before she turns 18. Because after turning 18, she will run off from her home to explore the world. Her father is a drunkard. Her life is not much exciting. The only thing that is exciting in her life is the aeroplane that her father uses to spray fertilizers over the fields. Since her father is a drunkard and lazy guy, he teaches her to pilot an aeroplane so that she will do all the work. So she told Elliot that she won't stay in her house even for a second after she becomes 18. He agreed to the condition. After the long chat, he sneaked into the storage facility. There he finds a ring and pendrive of his mother. In the pendrive, he sees videos of his mother and another person. They were very happy. He understood that it is his father. He took a screenshot and printed the photo of his father and mother. He kept the photo safe with him. He also found a wallet of his mother from the storage facility. He later decided to get out of the facility. He jumped up to the sensor above the door to open the door. He has a medical implant in his chest with a magnetic field. He uses the device to open and close the secured doors of facility. He went outside in full suit to his mother's graveyard in Mars. He goes there when he feels lonely. He drives around the graveyard angrily and in great speed. But unfortunately, he loses control and the rover flips over. His oxygen tube got cut off. He was facing death. Suddenly Kendra came to there. She immediately connects the oxygen tube to him and brought him back to life. She scolded him for going out alone. Later she told that his mother's body is no longer in the Mars. It was incinerated and the ashes was immersed in the Pacific Ocean. This disappoints Elliot. Later Kendra have a talk with Nathaniel. She tells that Elliot is far more intelligent than they thought. She told to him that such talent should not be wasted in Mars. But Nathaniel was concerned about the health issues of Elliot if he is brought to Earth. The agency which sent team to Mars also had the same opinion. But Nathaniel told that his bones cannot bear his weight on Earth. It should be reinforced with carbon nanotubes to bear the gravity of Earth and Elliot's weight. It is a risky process. He may even die in the process. But the agency decided to bring Elliot back. Kendra shared the good news with Elliot. He is so happy. He immediately informed Tulsa, his girlfriend, that scientists has discovered a cure for his condition. He will come and visit her after operation add physiotherapy. Both the couples are overjoyed with this news. But Nathaniel has not yet sanctioned the risky operation. But the agency already decided to move forward with treatment. After the risky surgery and long hours of intense physiotherapy, Elliot is all set to come to Earth. One day, Nathaniel was monitoring Elliot's room using his monitoring equipment. But Nathaniel could not find Elliot anywhere in the facility. After long search, he understood that Elliot is no longer in the Mars. He has already started his journey to Earth. Nathaniel shouted to the agency head Mr. Wong. Anyway, Elliot has arrived safely to Earth. But he was under observation. Scientists want to understand that how was he surviving the conditions in Earth. Anything from gravity to germs can kill him. Nathaniel himself has paid him a visit. He told him that he will be under observation until they feel that he will be safe. He was like a prisoner there. But Kendra has her doubts. She thought that Nathaniel will never let Elliot to meet his father. Elliot also has the same suspicion. So he got out of the observation room and fled to streets. Nathaniel got worried. He told Kendra that the heart of Elliot is compromised. It is getting weaker every minute, and he may die of a heart attack any moment. So he was planning to do a heart transplant for Elliot before he let him out of observation. But when Nathaniel got a donor, Elliot has left the facility. So for saving the life of Elliot, they arranged a search team with 4 ambulances so that they can give him immediate medical attention at the earliest. Kendra knew that Elliot will be going to meet Tulsa, as Tulsa was his only contact on Earth. When Elliot reached Tulsa's school, he thought Tulsa would be happy to see him. But to his surprise, Tulsa slapped on his face. She was quite unhappy to see him as there was no contact with him for 7 months. Tulsa was worried about him. He was the only person in the Earth that she trusted. Elliot convinced her that he was not able to contact her because of the medical issues. Although she was not convinced about the things he told, she agreed to forgive him. Elliot now told her that they should find his father at the earliest. Only at that time he reveals that his mother died while giving birth to him. So he believes that he killed his mother. Tulsa decided to help him. She invited him to her house. She have to do some packing and take some money from home before they leave for visiting Elliot's father. But while they were packing, Nathaniel and Kendra along with the search team has reached there. Elliot thought that he was about to be captured again. So he started to run when they started to call out his name. Tulsa saw that Elliot started running for his life. She knew something was wrong. But she still decided to help him. She ran for the aeroplane of her father and started the engine. She managed to take Elliot with her. And after a suspenseful chase, they flew out of the runway to freedom. They believed that they escaped. But after an hour, aeroplane engine failed. Tulsa managed to land the aeroplane on highway. But the aeroplane skidded out of highway and crashed into a barn and exploded. Nathaniel and Kendra who were following them saw the explosion. They thought both of them died in the crash. But when forensic team came, they couldn't find any body. They jumped out of the aeroplane seconds before the crash. Elliot and Tulsa continued their journey. This time Elliot revealed that he is actually from Mars and explained the relation with him to Kendra and Nathaniel and why they are following them. Tulsa didn't believe a single word said by him. They are now behind a ring that he got from Sarah's storage. It indicates of a pastor who does marriage ceremony. They both went in search of the pastor. At last they found his house. He gave them an address from the database. Finally they reached the address provided by pastor. It was near a beautiful sea and beach. There they saw a man in the picture with Sarah. Tulsa told the man that Elliot is his son and Sarah is his mother. But the man denied everything and thought they were doing some scam. He told them to get out of his house. Tulsa could not take this humiliation anymore. She told that Elliot has came a very long way to see him and asked him to treat Elliot as a son. The man replied that Elliot is neither his son nor Sarah is his wife. This was a shock to Tulsa. The man told that Sarah is his sister. When Tulsa looked towards Elliot, he was not there. His health was deteriorating. He went down to the sea. Tulsa followed him. He told Tulsa that nothing in his life was planned nor controlled by him. This is a chance to control his death. He chooses to die in the sea. Then he lost his consciousness and fell into the sea. The whole life flashed in front of his eyes. But suddenly he was brought to beach by Nathaniel. With blurry vision Elliot asked Nathaniel that was his mother a good woman. Nathaniel replied that she was the best. He asks Nathaniel that whether he is his father. Nathaniel nodded yes. Elliot was happy to recognize his father before he dies. But story doesn't end here. When he wakes up, he finds himself in a space shuttle. They are trying to bring him back to life by creating zero gravity. They have stabilized him and brought him back to life. He went back to Mars for research purpose and regain his health. He now makes contact with Tulsa every day. Kendra has left her job in the Mars facility. Since she is divorced and doesn't have any children, she has enough money for the happy retirement. Tulsa is now in a foster care. Kendra is ready to accept her as her own daughter. Tulsa was more than happy to go with Kendra. The movie ends with a happy mood. Every characters are well settled and happy in the climax. This movie is a feel-good movie rather than a science fiction. This movie ends with a hint that Elliot will come back to Tulsa to Earth after his research in Mars. So, hope everyone has enjoyed today's movie. Don't forget to hit the like button if you really like it. Subscribe and enable bell notification for more updates. See you again with next movie. Until then, bye.